Let us not forget everything that happens is by the will of Allah. It's time to unite and stand, and we will be the best amongst men. It's not time to be extreme or do the unthinkable, but to stand together as one. To Sunnah followers streaming every day, various platforms. Trust me, you'll find a way. Sunnah followers. Assalamu alaikum, new class alert. Join us every Saturday and Sunday at 9 p.m. Central for the Articles of Belief by Muhammad S. Adli, right here on Sunnah Followers.
Alhamdulillah, wa salat, wa salam ala wa rasulullah. Welcome to our class on the Articles of Belief. The Articles of Belief. And this class is very, very important because as Muslims, there are certain beliefs that we have to maintain in order to be a true believer. Remember, one of the things that I am always emphasizing to everyone here is it doesn't matter what good deeds you do. It doesn't matter how much charity you give. It doesn't matter how many prayers you pray. It doesn't matter how much fasting you do. If your belief system is not correct, none of that is accepted. You'll end up on the day of judgment, the bankrupt person. And you don't want to be the bankrupt person. So it is very important for all of us as Muslims to constantly or regularly evaluate our belief system, our aqidah. Make sure that we are in agreement with everything that Allah commands us to do, that we are submitting, because that's what Muslim means. What does the Arabic word Muslim mean? Arabic word Muslim means a person who submits. That's why your name, our name, we are Muslims. We are in total submission to Allah. We submit to all his laws. We submit to all his commands. The lawful is only what he says is lawful. The unlawful is only what he says too. We believe and submit to everything he commands us to believe in. And that's what we've been speaking about for the past 2 sessions, the belief in the angels of Allah. And as I talked about earlier today, the angels are the friends of Allah. And by the way, that would make a pretty good short too, Brother Ahmad and Geechee too. When I talked about the angels and the jinn earlier, because so many Muslims have questions about the jinn, I really broke that down. So you might want to make some shorts of that. Make sure you make it a real short, which means less than a minute. Okay. And so this is something that we have to, So this is something, the sister here is saying, please, please. She said she never heard the jinn broken down like that. Please, please. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Brother Emma to be on it, inshallah. So, I'll put that, we'll put that short out. But subhanAllah, the angels are our friends. We have to believe everything that Allah commands us to believe about them. And yesterday we spoke about how there's so many angels, only Allah knows how many they are. You know, they have different duties. Today we're going to go into detail speaking about some of the duties or some of the jobs or roles that the angels play, because they are the soldiers of Allah. And we're going to talk about what does that mean. What does that mean when we say that they are the soldiers of Allah? So let me share my screen with everyone. I'm going to see if I can do like I did with the kids, which I probably shouldn't do this because I forgot I'm using the old computer. But I do want to try it again. Let's see if I can do it. Okay, this is the PowerPoint. I'm going to make it large. Let me take these captions off too. Okay. Yeah, make sure you take screenshot. The sisters ask me, yes, of course. Screenshot everything. And print it all out when I'm done, so that way you'll have it like a booklet, okay? And for my people in Zoom, let me share you all to my screen. So the way the brother showed me how to do it earlier, it worked with the kids. Yeah, he told me how to do it, showed me how to do it on one computer. I don't have to use two. But I need to use my new computer because it has more memory, more RAM than this one. This one freezes up on me. So let's hope that it doesn't freeze. And I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut off the camera. Where's my camera? Yeah, that way that holds out on energy too. So the people on Zoom, y'all can see it, right? The PowerPoint. Yeah. Okay, now I'm getting ready to. Everybody, and if you guys can see this now they can see this on YouTube too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Then keep an eye on. Let me know if it messes up on YouTube, because this is the way the brother showed me to do it early with the kids, and it's easier. Okay, so this is the book that we're studying from, the Articles of Belief. Yeah, I'm using just one computer. I'm doing it his way. This is the book, the Articles of Belief, written by Sheikh Muhammad Saeed Atlee. You can purchase the book by going to www.atleeonline.com. I am using the ebook. So I will be covering pages 27 through 29 in the ebook. You guys can figure out the pages in your regular book based on what we cover today. Okay? So let's take a look at it.
Oh, Sister Laila, the thumb is up on YouTube. The like and subscribe.
Can y'all still see? Because if I change, it's going to mess up if I change. Y'all got to try to deal with today, y'all. Can y'all see it? I see. What do you see?
Landscape.
Is it in your way on YouTube?
It's not in the way until the.
Okay, let me just.
Here y'all go. The text come up. Let me see.
No, let me just. Y'all to mess me up. Every time I get it working, y'all. Here we go. Here I tell y'all, this has been one crazy day. I'm looking at that is so far up there that would not have been in the way either. That's not going to be in the way because the PowerPoint starts where that PowerPoint slide is. What do it? Let me just take it down. All right. Now let me see if I can do what I did before. Here, hold on, everybody. I got to try this again. Always mess me up. Okay, how did I do it? I shared them to this. And what is this? Wait a minute. Micro Edge is open. Let me close it up. It shouldn't have been. Okay. I'm sharing you guys Zoom to that. Okay, I'm sharing Zoom. Can Facebook see this still?
We can see it.
Okay. All right. So let's start over again. Hopefully Facebook can see everything, right? Okay. All right. So let's take a look at the slide. Now this thing for me is in the way. Let me move it down here. Now, Allah's angels, the angels, they are the soldiers of Allah. And a lot of people will ask, Sister Laila, why is it that when you read books about the angels of Allah, the angels are referred to as being soldiers? Are they real soldiers? Yes. Whenever Allah wants something to happen, or whenever the Muslims are fighting in a war, the angels are soldiers. They come and help too. So they're soldiers in that way, but also in other ways too. Okay, listen to what Allah says, and He defines them as soldiers. Listen to what Allah says in the interpretation of meaning. No one knows the soldiers of your Lord except Him, and this is nothing but a reminder to you, mankind. The reason why Allah refers to them as soldiers is because they carry out His commands. Whatever He commands them to do, they do, because they don't have free will. They're not capable of refusing. They're not capable of saying no to Him. So that's one of the reasons why they're His soldiers. Also, it's because of the great abilities they have. the strength they have. Listen to what Allah says in the interpretation, the meaning. We let loose on the people one mighty blast, and they became like the trampled twigs used by a fence. What Allah is speaking about there is how he punished the people that came before us. He sent one angel to the people of Ad, and all that angel did was gave one loud shout. And when that angel gave one loud shout, all their buildings collapsed on top of them, and the whole town was destroyed and killed. Okay? So that's how powerful the angels are. And that angel that Allah sent to them was Jibreel. So you can imagine the damage he did, because he's the most powerful and strongest of them all. The whole town, the whole city turned to dust. And also Allah had the same thing happen to the people of Lot. You know the people of Lot, the LGBTQ community, the people of Sodom, the people of Gomorrah. Well, Allah ordered the angel Jibreel to destroy these people because of the homosexual actions they were doing. So what happened? Jibreel, he just gave one shout and also lifted, and that one shout lifted 7 towns. He lifted all 7 of those cities and held them on the tip of his wing, high in the sky. Can y'all imagine that? He picked 7 cities up. Imagine New York City, Philadelphia, New Jersey, Cleveland, Detroit, all these cities being picked up by the wing of Jibreel, and he held them up high in the sky and then slammed them to the ground, destroying everybody. The earth swallowed the cities, and all those LGBTQ people were destroyed. That's why I'm telling y'all better think twice about this LGBTQ2 stuff, because Allah destroyed a whole nation of people. That's what a sacrilege that is. He sent angel Jibreel, and Jibreel wiped them out. So that shows why they are called his soldiers, because number 1, they carry out all his commands. Number 2, because of the great abilities and strength they have. And we can also get another insight as to how strong the angels are by looking at the angel Israfil. Who is Israfil? Israfil is another archangel. He's the one that will blow the trumpet just one time. And because of that one blow, everything in the heavens, everything in the earth will be destroyed except for Allah and who or whatever he wills. Then Allah will command that angel to blow the trumpet one more time. And as a result, all that fell would rise back up again. The people will be restored to life. So that shows how strong and powerful the angels are. And to answer the question that I'd meant to answer earlier and forgot, the angels are stronger than the jinn. The jinn are stronger than humans, but the angels are stronger than all of us, including the jinn. Even the jinn are not stronger than them. Also, to show how strong the angels are, Allah appointed 19 angels to be the guardians over the hellfire. And a lot of people will ask, why is it that Allah just appointed 19 angels? Well, this was the same question that the Quraysh had. When they heard that Allah created 19 angels, you know what Abu Jahl and them said? They said, well, we'll just all band together and we'll jump up and beat them up and break out of hell. And that's when Allah sent down the verses saying that the reason that he made their number just 19 is a test and a trial. It's a trial for the unbelievers because they think that they are so strong, that they are so powerful. Like he says, let's see you try to take down one angel. If all the creation were to try to tackle an angel, they wouldn't be able to do anything to just one, more or less 19. And he made it a test for us Muslims to see if you will believe what Allah commands. I hope I got a moderator in there. And he made in 19 for the Muslims to see if we will believe what Allah commands us to believe. You know, if you truly believe in Allah, you will accept the fact that all Allah needs is 19 angels. But if you are a hypocrite, you would sit there and ask questions about it and all that. You'll question whether or not this is true and whether or not that's enough and all of that. Okay, so Allah made the number 19 as a trial for the unbelievers and as a test for the believers. And although the angels are strong in power and ability, they are still slaves of Allah. What does that mean? That means they cannot do anything unless He commands them. The angels do not think on their own. They only think what Allah commands them to think. They only do what Allah commands them to do. They're like robots. They cannot act unless Allah programs them to act. And they have different responsibilities. They have different obligations. For example, some of them are responsible for carrying the throne of Allah. And by the way, this picture here is generated by an AI generator. I didn't choose this picture. I was putting the PowerPoint together and I just set it on auto. When I set it on auto generate, that means it'll choose all the pictures tonight. I didn't choose any of them. The generator chose them. So if it's a wrong picture like this one, I don't like this picture, I didn't pick it. Okay. But there are some of the angels that are responsible for carrying the throne of Allah. For example, Allah says in the interpretation of the meaning, those angels who carry the throne and those around it praise their Lord and believe in Him and ask forgiveness for those who believed. So the angels of the throne, they stand there now surrounding His throne, guarding His throne. But on the day of judgment, when Allah descends, okay, the angels will be carried on His throne by over 70,000 angels. And each angel, you know, they will be more magnificent than anything that we've ever seen. Okay. I mean, no, not the throne. It's not 70,000. That's the hellfire. We're going to talk about that too. On the day of judgment, which this is another example as to how strong they are. On the hellfire will be carried. It will be dragged forward by over 70,000 angels, each having 70,000 ropes, and each rope will have 70,000 more. So that shows how large the hellfire is too. But the angels of the throne, they will come and they will carry Allah on His throne. And they are the ones right now, they surround His throne and they're always asking forgiveness for us. So this also shows how the angels are the friends of the believers, because even now they're asking forgiveness for the sins of the believer. Also in Surah Al-Haqqa, Allah says that 8 of them. This is how many carry the throne. 8 of His angels will carry His throne, and His throne is the greatest of His creation. Listen to what Allah says in the interpretation of the meaning. And the angels are at its edges, and they will bear the throne of your Lord above them on that day. 8 of them. So that shows how strong they are. 8 angels carrying that big throne. And over 70,000 with 70,000 ropes with 70,000 more bringing hell forward. Oh my God. Magnificent. The angels, they are magnificent creations of Allah. Okay. Also, there are 3 angels known as the archangels who oversee the affairs in our personal lives. For example, we all know about Jibril alayhi salam. He oversees our spiritual life. He's the one that brings the revelation from Allah. Also, Michael alayhi salam, he oversees the earth. He's the one that makes it rain. When Allah wants it to rain, he'll say, Michael, make it rain. Okay. Then we have Israfil, we just talked about. He's standing right now. His eyes, as the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam says in an authentic hadith, his eyes never leave the throne of Allah. He's waiting right now with that trumpet, that horn touching his lips, waiting for the signal from Allah to blow that horn. Boy, is that scary. Right now, that angel standing there with that horn pressed to his lips, his eyes on Allah's throne, waiting for the command to blow. And that one blow will cause everything, the sun, the moon, the stars, the earth, to drop. And so this is why on the night of power, Ramadan will be coming up in a couple of months. This is why on the night of power, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to make dua. He used to say, "Oh Allah, Lord of Jibril, Lord of Michael and Israfil, creator of the heavens and the earth, knower of the unseen and the seen." The Prophet used to begin his supplication with those words, because these 3 angels were mentioned because they oversee our spiritual and physical life. So out of all the angels that Allah created, these 3 here are the most important: Jibril alayhi salam, Michael, and Israfil. There's another archangel called Ridwan. Ridwan, he's the custodian over paradise. His job is to make sure that everything is the way it should be in paradise. Okay. We have Harut and Marut, the twins. Okay. We have Munkar and Nakir, the other twins. Okay. But of all the angels, these 3 are the most important, because these 3, Jibril, Michael, Israfil, they oversee our spiritual and physical life. Okay. Also, guys, there are other angels that watch over our actions. These are known as the angels of mercy. Who are the angels of mercy? They come down in shifts. They change shifts at the time of Fajr and at the time of Asr. So the ones that come at Fajr, they stay until Asr. And the ones that come at Asr stay until Fajr. And what do? They walk the earth looking for believers who are engaged in actions of remembrance of Allah. And they also keep account of everything that we do. And they take their reports of what we are doing back up to Allah when they change their shifts. Okay, those are the angels of mercy. Right now, whatever angels came down, they're surrounding you right now. And if your house is clean, there's no music, no drugs, no cigarettes, no sex, nothing haram in your house, those angels of mercy that came down at Asr, they are surrounding you. They're beating their wings and they're making dua for you, and they're saying, "Oh Allah, forgive so and so of their sins," because they're here learning about you. They're learning about us. They're remembering you, my Lord. And they will stay with you as long as you are here and at this computer with me learning this deen. And then after my class is over, if you go to read Quran or pray, they'll stay with you until Fajr. And then at Fajr, they'll leave and go back up with their record and tell Allah what you were doing. Those are the angels of mercy. Okay? Also, there are angels who witness the recitation of the Quran at Fajr. This means that the angels who are with us until Fajr are witness to it. And the ones coming on duty at the time of Fajr are too. And Allah will ask the angels again for a report of what we were doing. If you were reading the Quran at Fajr, if you were at the masjid, for you brothers, that's why it's important for you brothers to try to make Fajr at the masjid. If you go to the mosque, I ain't talking about you women, your blessings is at home. The angels say, Allah, she was a good girl because she stayed home. But I'm talking about you brothers. Y'all need to be praying at the mosque. For you brothers who go to the mosque and pray with the imam and read Quran, those angels will go witness that and go back up to Allah and take that report to them. Okay, to him. Okay. But this is only if you are engaged in actions of remembrance of Allah. And of course, we got angels assigned to us. We got 2 angels assigned to our shoulders, Raqib and Atid. They write down our good and bad deeds. We have at least 2 angels assigned to the front of us. We have 2 angels assigned to the back of us. They never leave us. They stay there and they protect you from whatever was not meant to hurt you. If Allah decreed for something to hurt you, they move out the way so it can happen. But the Raqib and Atid and the angels assigned to the front and back, they never leave us until we die. Okay? Also, there are other angels too. There are angels who are in charge of the water, the oceans, the rivers. When Allah commands Michael to make it rain, Michael will make it rain. And if Allah says, I don't want the river to overflow, he'll command the angels of the river to make sure that the rivers don't overflow. So there's angels assigned to the rivers. There are angels in charge of the mountains, the oceans, the wind too. If Allah says, I want to send a tornado to Idaho, Michael will be the one to command the angel assigned to the wind to send a tornado to Idaho. So this is why they're the soldiers of Allah. When Allah wants something to happen with the weather or anything else, the angels are the ones that carry it out. Okay, and it also shows how Allah is in charge of everything. When Allah wants war to happen, he commands Jibril, Jibril, let the war begin in Gaza. Okay, everything that happens, good and bad, is from Allah, guys. This is his will, his decree, his qadr. As Muslims, as believers, we have to accept that Allah is the creator of good, the creator of evil, and nothing happens, nothing good, nothing bad unless he wants it to, and he'll have the angels set it in motion. All right, so let's see. I'm going to give you guys a quick little quiz just to see how well you understood this. Let's look at the first question here. Why are angels referred to as being soldiers of Allah? Anyone, take the mic. I spent the whole lecture talking about that. Can any of you answer?
Because they're the ones that do the command. Whatever Allah commands, they are the ones to do it. So they are called soldiers.
Exactly.
They're his soldiers.
MashaAllah, because they're the ones that carry out Allah's commands. Good job. Question number 2. How many angels guard hell, and why is it that number?
There are 19 angels that guard the hellfire, and their number is set to 19 as a trial for the unbelievers, because they made fun of when that verse came down and said that they were just gonna jump on them and break out of hell. So that's like a test and a trial for them.
What about for us, the believers?
And also see if the believers will accept that and like not question it or challenge it.
Okay, good job. Good job. What about this question? Number 3. What 3 angels oversee our spiritual world?
Gabriel, Michael, and Israfil.
Good job. Jabril, Michael, and Israfil, alayhi salam. And how many angels will carry the throne of Allah on the day of judgment?
There will be 8.
Good job.
8 angels.
8 angels will carry the throne of Allah. And what angels come down in shifts? And what do they do when they come down in their shifts?
The angels of mercy, they write down notes and they take it to Allah to tell them.
MashaAllah, exactly. The angels of mercy, they come down in shifts. And what time do they come down? Do you remember? What are their shifts?
Between Fajr and Asr.
MashaAllah, Fajr is first shift and Asr is their second shift. Good job. Good job. So those are the things that I wanted to go over with you guys today about belief in the angels. And then next week on Saturday, we're going to speak a little bit more about the angels. And I'm going to give you a final exam on the angels next Saturday. And then after that, we're going to go into belief in Allah's books. So again, I hope the brother that had asked me so many questions about angels is here so he can see we're covering the basics of the angels. Good job, Jamila.